Time for a crypto market update, March 3rd, 2026. If you find this video helpful, give me a number 5 in the comments, share this with a friend, and bookmark it for later. Be throwing a lot of data at you here, so hang in there, get comfortable, and enjoy the ride. So interesting observation on a day where the Strait of Hormuz and your neighbor becoming a geopolitical oil expert and the stock market struggling, there's a couple of interesting observations. First off, the IGV, the BlackRock ETF for software, or the expanded tech sector, it was up today. And on the Bitcoin 4-hour chart, you might have also noticed that Bitcoin's making higher lows and higher highs, even while stocks and even gold are struggling. That's a very bullish sign, considering that we have one of the largest military conflicts that the United States has been involved in many, many years. It also shows you the correlation between the software sector of the stock market and Bitcoin. We also have the VIX touching 30 today, the volatility index for the S&P 500. When the VIX goes up, risk on assets typically go down. However, like we stated already, Bitcoin is making higher lows despite the VIX pumping. Possibly the most encouraging chart of the day, this is the Bitcoin gold chart. Obviously, gold's been on a historic rampage the last few months. And today, Bitcoin, that daily candle above the 10-day moving average, breaking out against gold's performance. As we've documented, gold, when it pumps, typically Bitcoin languishes behind. When gold dumps, there's typically a significant capital rotation from gold to Bitcoin. We could be seeing the beginning or the after effects of a blow off top in gold, and now the distribution effects of gold starting to move into the risk on asset that is Bitcoin. Because if Bitcoin's not crashing while you have missiles flying over various countries, then that's a very strong sign of strength. You also have President Trump pausing from his war duties to talk to the banks and the crypto industry in a Truth Social post, basically telling the banks, hey, you need to make a deal with the crypto industry and not undermine the Genius Act or the Clarity Act. It's good to see the president advocating for potentially one of the largest, if not the largest, legislative tailwind the entire crypto industry is hungry for. And while this isn't money printing, he did do an interesting thing today. He said that he's ordered the United States Development Finance Corporation to provide, at very reasonable price, political risk insurance, or basically guarantees for all of the maritime trade in the Strait of Hormuz, in the Gulf, during this time of military operation. Now, this isn't money printing. This has nothing to do with the Federal Reserve Central Bank balance sheet, but it is stimulative. It's basically the government subsidizing the oil prices or the supply line that would otherwise drive oil prices through the roof. Meanwhile, in the weekly time frame, Ethereum's still potentially in a running or expanded flat for the last few years and has yet to invalidate that trading pattern. If this truly is an ABC, Elliott wave, kind of a daisy-chained pattern together, the B waves often feel terrible. They make you question all of your life experiences and decisions. But the C wave that follows the corrective B wave, that is impulsive. This is where most of my audience will find their gains, or at least their de-risking opportunities. Because one possibility with Bitcoin, that is the Bitcoin chart here, is that it is in a bullish megaphone pattern or a broadening top pattern. But let's say Bitcoin doesn't make the fifth impulsive wave happen, or at least it doesn't get all of the juice out of the squeeze, and it only comes up to the opportunity zone, maybe a little higher, maybe for a shallow low. That doesn't disqualify Ethereum from getting beyond 5,000 to new all-time highs. And if Ethereum is beyond 5,000 with acceptance and having some endurance above that 5,000 mark, you're going to see the altcoin market outperform Bitcoin tremendously. And if Ethereum follows through on a pattern like this, you're going to see the beta plays in the market really respond. Think about balance sheet convexity. Think about the digital asset treasury companies that own world record amounts of Ethereum. If Ethereum 2-3x's, those stocks, let alone the layer 1 betas or layer 2 betas or the protocols in the crypto market that are built on and around Ethereum, are going to have incredible multiples. And again, it's not about predicting timeframes. It's about allowing structure to form around you and being positioned for those impulsive moves. One other notable thing is this new product from Strategy Incorporated, or formerly MicroStrategy, the largest Bitcoin digital asset treasury on the planet. They have this vehicle, this instrument called STRC. The entire game plan of STRC is to try to maintain a value of $100 per share. Anytime they go above $100, and this is paraphrased, so don't quote me on this, but basically, when we buy these perpetual shares of this STRC instrument, they take the money and buy Bitcoin. Like today, they purchased over 1,000 Bitcoin. And meanwhile, the holders of this get paid an 11.5 variable interest rate, 11.5% annual interest rate, which turns out to be a return on capital or a tax-deferred strategy. So it's a win-win, and it basically ends up saving the MicroStrategy common stock shareholders from dilution, but also continues to allow Strategy as a corporation to continue that furious buy pressure that's in their mandate. Buy pressure of Bitcoin, that is. I just think this is really cool, especially compared to like a traditional bank savings account with 2 to 4%. Speaking of Bitcoin, what if you could own a little bit of Bitcoin history? You may have heard of the NFT craze from years ago. Well, non-fungible tokens are still around. But a couple of years ago, a new technology was rolled out or adopted on the Bitcoin network, on the Taproot Bitcoin network, that allows you to purchase ordinals. Ordinals are basically inscriptions, almost like commemorative inscriptions on the Bitcoin blockchain that are immutable. They're there forever. People are uploading art, people are uploading their names, text, sonograms of their infant children, you name it. It's kind of like when you go to an amusement park and you buy the little collective pavers and you can upload your family name and stuff on there. Well, now you can do that with a Satoshi on the Bitcoin network. And well, I have a really cool announcement. In the coming weeks, I'm launching my first and only Crypto Y'all Alliance collection, and there will only be 51 of these inscribed on the Bitcoin network. It will come along with special benefits based on the tier that you buy. There will only ever be 5 legendary, there will only ever be 10 epic, and there will only ever be 36 rebel rarity tiers. Each of these tiers will come along with their own set of benefits, almost like a club benefit. Again, there will only be 51 of them, so be on the lookout for public sale announcements. You will need a Bitcoin wallet with a Taproot address. Hey, if you're still here, thanks for watching. I don't take it for granted. Maybe you're a business owner, maybe you're a real estate investor, maybe you're a mom, a dad, maybe you're just trying to pad the stats for retirement, but you don't have a great crypto plan, or at least you're not satisfied with your crypto decisions up to this point. That's where the crypto flywheel method comes in. It's a unique crypto wealth framework. It allows you to generate cash flow yield. It allows you to increase your multiples through appreciation. It allows you to have a strategic exit plan that gets you into a position of leverage where you can move into more cash flow and have this perpetual strategy no matter what the market's doing. If you're interested in that, go to cryptoyall.com, click on the orange button and watch this 12-minute overview video. And if you like what you see, you can schedule a one-on-one video call with me. It's short, it's simple, it's down to earth, and maybe that's what you're looking for. Like and follow for more.